Atone, beloved divine beings, it is the God Obeng. I am here with another divine, light, conscious, powerful message for your soul. Soul family, I want you to understand that this message really truly is going to get deep, and I think the next couple of videos from here out is going to get into this topic, this one topic that I really am coming fond of. And in meditation, I really want you to understand something. I know you can't see me because the lighting in this room isn't the best, but work with me here. Um, we'll get back to a situation where the light will be the best. I mean, I can probably tilt it this way, and you can see me somewhat. I'm gonna work with you. You work with me, and let's get through this. So, I want to talk about the formless being. You know something? This word and this message, or this word, or I guess you can say this word, has really been hitting me a lot, and it's been saying, I first want to preface all of this by saying, lately I have been doing some solid meditation work. I've been getting up every morning at 5, every sunrise. Excuse me, I try to keep my words particular to, how I manifest. And so I've been getting up every sunrise around 5, not around, but at 5 a.m. And I'm finding myself going deeper into my meditation practice because, you can't just really talk about certain things. You have to be them, you have to do them, and you have to practice them consistently. And one of the things I've been practicing in my meditations when I am doing my 5 o'clock meditation, or my 6 o'clock music motivation and elevation, or music vibration, getting my setting my tone and the vibration of my body right, elevating that frequency inside of me, and whether it be through my message at 7 o'clock or whether it be through my fitness workout program that I do at 8 o'clock, my manifesting at 8 o'clock. I am always looking in those, I guess that's 4 hours from 5 to 8, 3 hours, feels like 4. But in that 3-hour time span, I am looking to see how I could elevate myself in a level, in a way where I am not attached to, watch this, I am not attached to preconceived agendas, things that I know I have coming up for that day. And I try to find myself not attached to going into thoughts about what's coming up for that day. But instead of my meditation practice, I have become formless. Now, what does it mean to become formless? To break this down to you, you have to understand that to be formless, it's like the ocean it's like the water beneath the ocean. On top of the ocean, you got the waves, and you got the tidal waves going in, going out. It's very wavy and choppy. But underneath the ocean, it's calm. The deeper you go in the ocean, the calmer it gets. Isn't that something? Isn't that something metaphorical that we can use? The deeper you go into the ocean, the less busier, or busyness, however you say the word, the less busy it is, or the less movement there is. And so on the surface, there's a lot of movement and activity. But the deeper and deeper and deeper one goes within themselves, the more they find out that there is nothing that they truly need. Now, someone who is moving all over the place, running and going and running and going, always doing, that person is like the waves on top of the sea. There's a scripture that I read in the Bible a long time ago when I was in my Christian days, that said that a man is like a man An unsure man, basically, an unsure man is like the waves of the sea. He gets tossed to and fro. An uncertain man or woman is like the waves of the sea. They get tossed to and fro, right? But, when you are like the depths of the sea, then you're not operating from a surface level. And so your thoughts are the surface of the sea. Your thoughts are the surface of the ocean. And so if you engage in your thoughts, if you engage your thoughts, now watch this. I am not telling you to run from using your mind to conjure thought, because we need to have cognitive understanding and cognitive relatability to situations and circumstances we may find ourselves in. Meaning, we have to use thinking to use reasoning and logic in order to do what? In order to make judgmental decisions what's best for ourselves. So yes, thinking goes and get involved, but you usually only need your thinking in the moment. Okay? And so you have to be formless, meaning you do not watch this. You need to understand something. When you are getting engaged in thought that goes way out, you begin to form your being to things that hasn't even happened yet. And so what it means to become formless, it means that you do not conform to the things that has not happened to you yet, but because you are thinking of them in the process of them supposedly happening, you begin to form to the emotional state of the things that you are projecting to happen that has not happened. Are you following me? And so I don't go into my day looking into 6, 7 hours from now, thinking about what I'm going to do 6, 7 hours from now. Now, yeah, it crosses my mind, but I don't engage in trying to configure things to happen 4, 6, 7 hours later. Hear me and hear me well. I am not saying do not use cognitive relatability, cognitive reasoning, and logic. You need these things for those times. So when you are, let's just use a hypothetical scenario. So say you're an event planner. You're an event planner, right? And you got a big event coming up. How many people notice, watch this and you notice, how many people have you noticed that had big events? Even the girl who had a wedding, like a girl who gets ready to get married. A week before her wedding day, she's a nervous wreck. You understand? Forming to things that didn't even happen yet. Now you can think about cognitive relatability. You can think about what needs to be done for the wedding. And guess what? The things that you need to do, the people you need to call, the photographer, the cake, the catering, all of that stuff. The people, you can think of those things cognitive. You can relate to, okay, these things need to get done. But you don't hold to them trying to force and form those things to get done before they get done. So you are forming yourself to things to get done that you can't even do nothing about in the moment in present time. And so in your beingness, you can have cognitive relatability. You can relate to what has to happen for today. But you don't have to form yourself into the turmoil of the emotional state that comes with the stress of the things that has to happen 6, 7, 8 hours from now. Event people who plan events and event planners do the same thing as well. They start to form their being, becoming a nervous wreck because they got to get on the phone with people and they always got to be like, I'm so busy, and you try to talk to them but they won't talk because they're so busy, so busy, so busy. They're like, oh, I can't talk right now, and they're always in a rush. And it's like, what are you in a rush for? The things don't get done by rushing your body and moving yourself. Things don't get done through rushing yourself. You understand? Things don't get done through rushing yourself to them and through them. See, you're trying to get things done by rushing yourself to them. And things will not get done rushing yourself to them, beloved. You're trying to rush yourself to them. Here's the thing. They won't get done until they get done. And they get in those things. Here's the thing you need to understand. Those things are already done. They are already done. You just need to get to them. They are waiting on you to arrive. And you're trying to make them arrive to you. You're trying to make things that need to get done arrive to you when you need to arrive to them because they are already done. Why? Because they are already in the still moment. They are already in the stillness of the presence of the everything in the all eternal, everlasting presence of God. The things that are already done. It is already done. Watch this. And so you form yourself to the emotional state and the unhealthiness of those hours of the day. And so in my meditation practice, I have been practicing formless being, meaning I'm not trying to think and I am not thinking about how I'm going to engage the things I know I have to do today, the day of. I'm not forming myself to those things 6, 7, 8 hours from now. And I'm not saying you wait till last minute, but what I am saying is the time presents itself. Why? Because it's already done. It will present itself to you. It will present itself to you when those things get addressed. When they get addressed. And so in my meditation practice, I have been practicing formless being, not forming to my situations that's coming up, or I will stress myself out before the day even gets started. You understand? And so I took a vow in my meditation practice not to do social media or anything, not to pick up the phone and not to do social media until after 8 o'clock. I get up at 5 o'clock now. And I've been doing this for going on 2 weeks. And I've been getting up at 5 o'clock. And I have been doing my meditation practice to where I am not engaging in the things that can disturb me so early on in my day. And so, like the depths of the sea, there is no movement. It is stillness, presence, power, God. And once you step into that, once you submerge yourself into the depths of the water, into the depths of the ocean, into the depths of your being, into the depths of your soul, into the depths of yourself, once you submerge yourself beneath the surface and get still, where everything is calm, cool, and collected, you will find that all of the work you're trying to force to happen have already been done in the form, watch this, in the form of itself. What does it mean in the form of itself? Anything that you can think of, anything that you want, you can manifest it. And it will come in the very form you think of it. You carried in your thought. It will come in the very form. So what I'm saying is you don't have to look outside of the universe to try and create something never been seen or something never been done, and to try and make some carbon, this copy of something that's never been footprinted. And so you're trying to, or imprint it, and you're trying to create something out of the box thinking, right? Cool. All for the out of the box type thinking. My point I'm trying to make is this. There are things that you can think of in your mind, and you just thinking of it, say that you want it, speak it into existence, and it will manifest itself here in its own form. And so these things are already done in the form of itself, meaning the way you want it to look is already done. The reason why disaster strikes and happens is because you're trying to do things outside of the realm of how they are already completed and already done, beloved. You're trying to do things outside of the framework of how they are already done. You need to arrive to it. You see, what you want is already in the vibration. It's already wanting what you want wants you. So it's already on this divine line of frequency. And so here it is. Everything that you want and desire is right here in this divine line of frequency. And you supposed to line up with that, right? Align yourself with that. So you're out of alignment. Bring yourself into alignment with that. Now what happens is, because you are doing so much, you're doing. What ends up happening, beloved, is you end up vibrating because you are operating on a divine line, a divine vibrational frequency yourself, and an electromagnetic wave field. And so what happens is, because you are an electromagnetic being, because you're an electric magnetic being, everything that you want is in the operations of an electromagnetic field, a force field. It's vibrating like a frequency wavelength, like a frequency wavelength. It's vibrating, right? And you too are vibrating on a wavelength, right? And so that which is vibrating on a wavelength will only vibrate with that thing it recognizes on its same wavelength. If you don't pull yourself into alignment and into wanting that thing that's already there, completed in the form of itself, it won't show up, because you're doing and you're vibrating more and more and more away from it. You're vibrating more and more and more and more and more away from that, right? Because you're a vibrational being, and that thing you desire is vibrational too. And so that thing is vibrating, and you're vibrating away from it because you're doing. But when you stop and be still, guess what'll happen? If you stop and be still in your beingness and know that what you want and desire is already here, guess what it'll do? You stop, be still in the moment, be present and aware, consciously aligning yourself in thought and mind with what you want, in soul, in beingness, with what you want. Be still, and that which is on the same wavelength of your stillness, of the things you desire, the stillness, the desire of your stillness, that thing which is on the same, that thing, let me slow down, that thing that you want, that desired thing, whatever it may be, once you be still, the desires that you want are here, they will find themselves vibrating toward you. Why? Because we're operating in an electromagnetic force field. You can pull things in because you're magnetic. You can pull things in because you're magnetic, my beloved. But you got to be still so that the things that you desire can vibrate towards you magnetically. Okay? Because here you are being still, but you're still beaming. You're still vibrating. You're beaming and you're vibrating, but you're being still, vibrating. And you're pulling in to alignment that thing which is on a frequency that you became one with. So you became one with the frequency of the desires that is on the same wavelength with you. And once you be still, it comes and falls into alignment with you. Beloved, all I'm saying is be still. And you cannot do that trying to form things that are already formed. Lest you be forming something outside of the vibration of that which you desire. I'm going to say that again. Lest you be forming something outside of the vibration of that which you desire. If you want or desire a thing, be still, let it vibrate towards you because you're one with that frequency. Let it vibrate towards you. Lest if you go to doing, you vibrate away from it, but you're forming something outside of the desires and the things that you want that's already formed and already here. Atone, I love you. I love me. I love us. I am. Peace, beloved.